And hello everybody, welcome to the Daily Planets edition of Athena's Web. Today we are taking a look at the start of another week, Monday the 27th of March 2017. Well, it looks as though it's a very martial day. Not only is the sun basically freshly entered the sign Aries, but Mars is up to a lot of activity today as well. 6 o'clock this morning, a semi-square to Mars says that, again, we feel as though our efforts are being stunted. We're not able to move forward quite as easily as we might like for up until about 6:30. The moon goes void of course at 6:30 until 10 o'clock when it enters the sign Aries. So here we have the moon following the sun into the sign of spring. And then the two main aspects are going on at noon and 3 o'clock this afternoon. Mars sextiles Neptune as Mars sesquiquadrates Saturn. Well, in the real world, we're trying to get some things done and we're being held up, but we're feeling relatively at peace about the whole thing. We're centered, we're focused with the sextile to Neptune, and even though we are a little behind in the projects, stay attuned to what's going on, methodically push, and you will find that these efforts will begin to yield. Now, the new moon is at about 11 o'clock this evening, 10:57. So in general, we're winding down a little bit through the late afternoon into the early evening, and then feel a little bit of a charge coming back in at that point, except that together with the new moon, Mercury is in conjuncting Chiron. Not all of what we're hearing later on this evening is what we'd like to be hearing, particularly with regard to pets and or health issues. They're not in agreement with what we've already heard, been working with, our experience, whatever. The new moon is tonight at 11 o'clock, so as we get up tomorrow morning, we're going to feel a little bit more energy kicking in. It's winding down through the day, but with all these martial aspects, semi-square to Mars at 6, the moon entering Aries at 10, sextile to Neptune at 1:15, and sesquiquadrate to Saturn at 3 o'clock. With all these martial attributes going on, there is a little bit more of a charge today than normal on the day before the old lunar cycle gives up the ghost, so to speak. Well, that's about it for today. Fairly energized, mid-afternoon. Try not to be too bummed out and just keep methodically moving forward as best you can. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Don Sarow for AthenasWeb.com and Nantucket TV. As best you can, have a good one, everybody.